Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. In the last episode, we got back to work on the Leviathan story arc, and we joined up with Merlvib and the Maelstrom to try to prevent the Sahagin from summoning Leviathan. And as part of the first stages of that, we went and caused a big distraction in the Sahagin lands to try to buy some time for some scouts to gather some intel on what the Sahagin are doing. Unfortunately, the scouts came under an ambush attack from the Serpent Reavers, the pirates who are working with the Sahagin. And we tried to go in and rescue them. We were able to rescue one of the scouts and recover the bodies of a few others. So, at least we managed to get the intelligence that we needed. So, we are going to go ahead and launch our attack on the Sahagin spawning grounds in an attempt to reach the Sahagin Aetheryte, seize control of it, and slay the Sahagin priest who is attempting to summon Leviathan. So, that is what we're going to be working on, and we're going to be teaming up with Y'shtola for this part of the quest. So, we need to go through the first checkpoint and defeat any Sahagin that appears. So we're going to head on over and get to work on that. Oh, there's a merchant vendor right there. We don't need any. We don't really need any repairs. So let's go ahead and hop on our chocobo and head on out here and see what we encounter. A fate is what we encounter. Now we're just going to ride past that. We're going to try and slip through here without getting attacked, but we probably will. Or not. Alright, which way are we going? Alright, so first checkpoint is going to be off of this branch. We're going to have to fight our way through that shoal spine Sahagin. And I need to re-summon my chocobo. Alright, we'll proceed on foot for the rest of this. There's the first checkpoint over there. And there's Y'shtola. Let's go ahead and clear this guy out, because he's probably going to cause us trouble. Okay. Sahagin have been alerted to my presence. Alright. Now there's two gates here that are actually glowing. I'm not sure which one I need to go through. So I guess I'll touch them both. Go through the second checkpoint. No. Okay, we didn't need to go through there. There's, I guess, two ways to get there. Okay, that's fine. Man, there are a lot of fates going on over here. Alright, let's go through this one. Let's grab this shoal spine. Bring him over here. Done. Hi, guys. Elbst. Oh, more of them. Everything in here is aggressive. Oh, did we get something else to join in? No, I don't think so. Okay. Let's see if we can work our way through here, but we're probably gonna have to kill these. No problem. Alright. Sap's shelf spine. Deal with you. Problem. And then go through the final checkpoint and defeat any Sahagin that appear. So let's go ahead through here. Well, we have some serpent reavers here too. I think these guys are tempered, thralled by Leviathan, so. Okay. Done. Rejoin Y'shtola. She is over here. Ow. I'm hoping to get through here without fighting these. That's alright. I'll just make them dead. Oh, and another one wants to play. I'll make you dead too. Okay. Now, are you... Up. So be it. Alright, Y'shtola. Look like you're having a little trouble there. Pray do not concern yourself. 'Twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Did I miss much? So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency. To the Aetheryte!
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled swordwalkers tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Such power! It is transcendent!
Seven hells!
Strike me down if you will. It is futile! I have mastered the gift. I am eternal! O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon! Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us! He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Alright, so that did not quite go as we had planned. As I thought it would. So, let's go ahead and talk to Merlvib here. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements, if his last attempt is any guide. We cannot suffer history to be repeated. And how in the Seven Hells are we to prevent it? Alright. Let's see what's next. Merlvib is brooding over Leviathan's return. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none, of that you may be sure, but Limlane herself would struggle to best a lord of the world in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Okay, so we're going to head back to Limsa and meet in the command room. Let's go ahead and return back to Limsa. Alright, back in Limsa. So let's go ahead and head back to the command room and see what we can come up with to deal with the situation. You are expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting. Yes, yes, yes.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Hearthstone, 'twas called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The Primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but 2 might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
Alright. So now we have a plan. Apparently Yugiri wants to talk. Let's see what she wants to say. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judge it best that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put any store by his claim, and even should it be true, it is as Justola said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we do not all know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony could yield us any matter of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claims. Ayame, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, I will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning of in idleness. The man you are looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosha. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Alright, speak with the Storm Private at the Grey Fleet, which is in Lower Lenosha, which there's no real easy way to get there. So I guess we'll go to Moribi Dry Docks and ride from there. That should be simplest. Alright. Go ahead and mount up, and what I'll probably just go ahead and do is pause the recording while I ride, and we'll be back once we're in the vicinity. Alright, so just a sec. Alright, we are approaching the area here. The Grey Fleet. All of the windmills here. Alright, there is the Liar Tractum. Oh, him again? Oh my goodness. As if Titan wasn't bad enough, now you're claiming you defeated Leviathan. Okay, let's talk to the private. Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you. And before I mucked out the chocobo stables. And before I rolled that millstone over to the mill. And also before... Gods, man, I have worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days. And do you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said old Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now, prick up your ears, cause I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you ken? The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dreaded primal Leviabetus. Now, Leviabetus is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as my members long. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots, but not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates and the company heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic, mayhap too modest. Now, there's some as say you can never truly beat Leviabetus, that you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Ugh, it's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble 'em, and that don't happen much. My member's tiny. It's pathetic. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with my own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking my duties one day, loitering about the harbor, when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent some miles off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I sold myself right there and then. What? Oh god, just remembering that they made me soil myself all over again. Hey, wait. If you're here asking after Leviabetus, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless, lying whoreson. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Ayame, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? Not really. I beg your pardon? Leviabetus? I see. That's unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Morabi dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you are able. Alright, report to Eorzea here at the Morabi dry docks, which we can just teleport ourselves right over there. Actually, where are we going? Over there. Okay. Alright. Eorzea. Sleferson. I'm told your jaunt to the Grave Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lass. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the World Eater, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I'd mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The World Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give the word and we shall bear you to Leviathan. I mean, do we have all the crystals we need? Eyes Ear stands ready to send you off on your encounter with the Lord of the World. Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the World Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she's capable. She has been fitted with what our friends at Naldik and Vimelis are calling an elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Eustola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want for numbers. By your leave, I too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the Fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Eustola, if you would join the 3rd Levy and Lady Geary the 5th. But what words have I for the woman who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the Navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Ayame. May the crystal bless and keep you. Alright. The World Leader Hard is now accessible. Alright, so we now need to go and fight Leviathan. But I think that will be for next episode. So, for now, we'll go ahead and stop here. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you next time.